Hello everyone and welcome to Pittsburgh, the fourth stop in the American road trip from New York to Los Derivas. This beautiful city is also known as the Steel City due to its 300 plus steel related businesses and also its 446 bridges. But we aren't here for that, we are here to discuss the Trinity Cup, which started today. In this video I will go over the event itself, its difficulty and what our next stop will be, and to why it's important to have at least one of the 3 cars of today's event. In the case you are new to the game or came back after a while and have no clue what is happening, some background first. With the yearly Made in America, a new series started under the name American Roadtrip, where we will visit major cities from east to west coast. We already had the New York Duality Cup, the Philly event and the Baltimore Showdown, now it's our next stop in Pittsburgh. And the one thing I like the most about this event is Peter's messages along the way telling some small facts about the city. For non-American people, or for even some of them who don't travel much and know about this, there are some nice facts, like did you know it's also the home of the Big Mac? Or about the yearly 10-day Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix? I had no idea. There are other small facts which is super neat and I really enjoyed having a story behind it. Anyways, this event now comes as a Trinity Cup. Only the second event we've had like this in the history of the game, where you will have to lock in 3 cars over a span of 60 races. Later more on which cars and which lock-ins and their difficulty. In total, the rewards are super nice, with a total of 2,670,000 cash, 525 gold coins, 1,400 bronze keys, which is loads according to standards, 75 silver keys and a nice 20 gold keys. On top of that, 12 uncommon, 14 rare and 13 epic fusion parts spread over the 3 cars, and 4 stage 6 parts, 1 for each and a random one. For elite customs then there are 500 blue parts, 250 red and 10 yellow/gold ones. And all honestly, these are great, but it makes me wonder again, how come majorly free events like these get more rewards than fully paid ones? They should be at least on par. I'm not saying these should be reduced, I mean the ones from paid events like Fast and Furious should be upped more. We had this happen as well in the Trinity Cup from the Hypercar forum, which the rewards were great, and now again. It's great, but also make it even for premium content, because after all we pay for it. Anyways, I will go more in depth now on each lock-in, and each of the cars is on a 20 times drop rate for the gold crates. There are also special parts crates for each of the cars, plus another one in a cascade system for the ZL1 1LE, which again, it's the smartest option to stick to the left crate and not bother about the others. A small remark here is that the crate order under the parts tab is all over the place. It's an absolute mess with Legends is in between of the American Road Trip. Makes no sense. Please fix this. I will be covering each lock-in starting from a stage 5 fully fused perspective, and I would like to thank again Reddit user WKPQ for making this overview, which saves me loads of time in recording correctly which time is the hardest one for each car. The first lock-in is either the Dodge Demon or the Evo Cup reward, being the Demon Hennessy HPE 1200, which could have been won roughly a year ago in an Evo Cup. As the majority of the players will most likely be new and they won't have the Hennessy, I locked in the standard Gold Star Dodge Challenger SRT Demon, a beast of a car which was a milestone prize back in November of 2018. As for difficulty, the stage 6 race came rather early, on race 22, which required a time to beat of only 14.420, which for a tier 5 car is rather easy to achieve. The hardest race was more challenging. Here I had to install 2 stage 6 parts, and depending on your luck it might require a third one. I did it with transmission and body, tune and hardest race. The second lock-in is another American muscle car, and the fastest of the 3, being the Ford Shelby GT500, my favorite Stang in the game, and in this color it looks even better. It also was a milestone car, but that was in April of last year, not extremely long ago, but still quite some time. Again, for the stage 6 race there wasn't too much of a challenge, with a time to beat of a 13.660. The final race however was again more challenging, with the final time requiring at least 2 stage 6 parts. My nitrous and transmission were enough to do the job. Tune and hardest race. The final one is the slowest of the bunch, and also the one which has been in game for the longest, the Camaro ZL1 1LE, and also the only 4-star of the 3, making it I think the first ever 20 times drop rate on a 4-star car. This was a milestone car way back on season 30, which is 77 seasons ago, or almost 3 years. The stage 6 was again rather easy to obtain by beating a 13.257. The hardest race came close to the end, which again required 2 stage 6 parts minimum. But I used 2 major ones, being nitrous and engine, which for this car have a big influence. So again you might need 3 if you have some bad luck along the way. Tune and hardest race. So that's that, onto the final race being the relay race, which rewards you the final random stage 6 part, in my case one for the Dodge Demon. I will put the full relay race at the end for those interested. I did not have to retune my cars for the final quarter mile races, and I won by quite a solid margin, which to me is good news. Overall it can be said it was a more doable event, but at the same time slightly challenging, which I quite like. An upside as well is that fusion parts are not so rare for these cars, and that they have been in game for quite some time, all of them over a year, most likely causing you to have 1 or 2 stage 6 parts already laying around. Overall a well balanced event. Also for each car you should obtain at least 2 free stage 6 parts, 1 from the event and 1 from the crates loyalty if you don't forget to collect it daily. And for the ZL1 1LE there is actually 2 crates, which means double loyalty to hit, unless they fix it. But what is next is the main question, and why is it important to have at least one of the 3 of today's cars? Well, next up is the Detroit Motor City event, a 5 lock-in ladder race where the first lock-in is left out for any Made in America Elite custom car series, which is an easy feat to achieve. The second lock-in is more interesting because there you will have to use any of today's cars from the Pittsburgh Trinity Cup, and that's why it's so important to have at least one of them so you can use it down the line. The third lock-in will be between the Copo Camaro and the Cobra Jet, which I presume will come with a 20 times drop rate, and the fourth lock-in will be for the Ford Model A Twisted Mistress by Weaver Customs, which can be won reaching a certain milestone in the Chicago Showdown, which will run parallel to this event. And the final lock-in will either be the 50th anniversary Dodge Charger SRT, which was the prize for the Philly event, or the Javelin, which will be a paid car. The reward for this event, the custom Camaro Valkyria. A little birdie told me that the event will launch at the start of next season, so get your wheels ready. And that is it for today. All has been said that had to be said. If you have any questions, pop them down below. If you enjoyed the video, do not hesitate to leave a like, it means a lot to me. Subscribe for more content like this. My name is Miller, see you around and keep racing.